Hello and welcome to Perception Media. I am your hostess, the Cinegeek, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the life of crime of one Doc Brown, because Doc Brown is a shady, shady mofo. Okay, so just his life in general. I don't know when specifically he was born. It was not mentioned in the films. It was mentioned in the novelization that he was born in 1920. The animation had him, there was an animated series of Back to the Future I've watched. It's kind of silly and fun. That put him born in 1922, and the game put him born in 1914. Based on his ages and how he looks, I would say 1914 is probably the most correct, so I go with that one personally. And if you've never played the game, they actually do have, it's like a story, and you can, there are people who've made it into a movie. So like if you look up on YouTube Back to the Future 4 and Back to the Future 5, you can find them, and they really do just make like sequels to Back to the Future, and it's really cool. I'm getting some of this information, however, from the comic books that were written by Bob Gale, who was the part creator with Robert Zemeckis, so they are considered canon. Alright, so with that having been said, I was watching a review of Back to the Future, and this girl asked, and I would cite her, but I'm about to make fun of her a little bit, so I don't want to be too mean. She asked where Doc Brown went to medical school, and I gotta pull it back and be a little bit, oh, honey, do you think Doc Brown is a medical doctor? Or do you think all doctors are medical doctors? Or do you think all doctors go to medical school? Because in all three cases, no. Doc Brown has a PhD in physics. And because he has a PhD, that is a doctoral degree, so he is therefore a doctor of physics. And I don't know specifically where he obtained that doctorate's degree. However, he was teaching physics at Caltech in the early 1940s, so I'm assuming that was most likely also his alma mater. By 1943, however, he was assigned by Robert J. Oppenheimer to be a part of the Manhattan Project. Yep, that's right. Doc Brown was part of the Manhattan Project. Isn't that crazy? Oh gosh. And anyway, he was very excited to be working with Robert Oppenheimer and to be working as a part of the Manhattan Project. And I'm assuming this is probably where he got his expertise or his knowledge working with plutonium, which is what he needed to power the time machine. It's awkward. So anyway, after that, if you watch the, if you read the comics and watch the animated show, he returned to Hill Valley and worked as a professor of physics at Hill Valley University. Apparently Hill Valley has a university. I think in the animation, though, he also goes back to school to get an additional doctorate's degree, although I don't believe it's specified what he got that additional degree in, and you can take that as canon if you want. I don't. So anyway, when we get to October 1985, if you listen to the first film, you can hear on the radio that there is a news reporter talking, or specifically she says 3 weeks ago, it was reported that from the Pacific Nuclear Research Facility that they're denying that a case of plutonium went missing. However, a group of Libyan nationalists took credit for stealing it. And of course we know that they in fact did steal it, and they were working with Doc Brown. They wanted a bomb, and Doc Brown built them a faulty bomb using used pinball machine parts. So Doc is technically a terrorist who also helped end World War II. I don't know how to feel about these things, but it doesn't end there, my friends. There is a part 2 and maybe even a part 3 as to the craziness that Doc Brown did. So stay tuned to watch those. We need a Moon Knight movie. Tell me what crazy shenanigans that you think Doc did. Maybe you'll see that he did or didn't do them in parts 2 and 3. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully you stay tuned to watch the rest of them. Bye!